biography of Galileo Galilei. Galileo's inventions were a scientific marvel in his time and have since been incredibly important to cosmic and astronomical study. Galileo Galilei was born in 1564 in Pisa, Italy, where the tower leans, and educated in one of the city's main monasteries. Early in life, he wanted to join the church order. However, his parents, Vincenzo Galilei, a music teacher, and Giulia Armanotti, had different ambitions for their son. They wanted Galileo to become a medical doctor. However, while pursuing his university studies, Galileo realized he had a passion for mathematics and instead became a professor of mathematics at the universities of Padua and Pisa. As a professor, Galileo argued against traditional views of astronomy. Until that point in history, Aristotle's theories were thought to be the fundamental laws in physics. Aristotle's belief that objects with a greater density fall faster than those that are lighter in weight was disproved by Galileo when he stood at the top of the Leaning Tower of Pisa and discovered that the reason for one object falling faster than the other had to do with the friction each encounters while moving through the air. Two objects of different weight actually fall at the same rate in a vacuum. Galileo also argued against Aristotle's claim that the universe was geocentric, which means that the sun revolves around the Earth. Instead, he confirmed Nicholas Copernicus's controversial assertion that the Earth and all other planets actually circle the sun, the heliocentric view. Galileo's magnificent invention of the telescope in 1610 provided the tool needed to verify the Copernican theory. His telescope was modeled after the spyglass, which made distant objects appear closer to the eye. Galileo's model was far superior and was able to magnify objects 20 times versus others that were only capable of magnifying an object 3 times. With his telescope, Galileo was able to look at the moon and make more profound astronomical discoveries and studies. He discovered 4 of the moons of Jupiter with his telescope and also confirmed the phases of Venus. Galileo's stern endorsement of the Copernican system angered the Roman Catholic Church. There were a number of biblical passages that clashed with the idea of a sun-centered universe. Although Pope Urban VIII, who headed the church at the time, admired Galileo, an inquisition was formed to convict him of heresy after his bull. Dialogue concerning the 2 chief world systems was published. The Pope had previously assured Galileo that he could include Copernican theory in his writing, as long as he treated it strictly as a mathematical principle. But such turned out not to be the case. Galileo was put under house arrest at his villa in Arcetri outside of Florence, Italy in 1633. He was not imprisoned due to his advanced age and ill health. At that point in his life, he had become blind and nearly immobile. He died in his villa in 1642. Though he was a man whose life brought incredible advancement to the world of science. Galileo Galilei was an Italian physicist, mathematician, astronomer, and philosopher who played a major role in the scientific revolution. His achievements include improvements to the telescope and consequent astronomical observations and support for Copernicanism. Galileo has been called the father of modern observational astronomy, the father of modern physics, the father of science, and the father of modern science. His contributions to observational astronomy include the telescopic confirmation of the phases of Venus, the discovery of the 4 largest satellites of Jupiter, named the Galilean moons in his honor, and the observation and analysis of sunspots. Galileo also worked in applied science and technology, inventing an improved military compass and other instruments. Galileo's championing of heliocentrism was controversial within his lifetime, when most subscribed to either geocentrism or the Tychonic system. He met with opposition from astronomers, who doubted heliocentrism due to the absence of an observed stellar parallax. The matter was investigated by the Roman Inquisition in 1615, and they concluded that it could only be supported as a possibility, not as an established fact. Galileo later defended his views in dialogue concerning the 2 chief world systems. which appeared to attack Pope Urban VIII and thus alienated him and the Jesuits, who had both supported Galileo up until this point. He was tried by the Inquisition, found vehemently suspect of heresy, forced to recant, and spent the rest of his life under house arrest. It was while Galileo was under house arrest that he wrote one of his finest works, Two New Sciences. Here he summarized the work he had done some 40 years earlier on the two sciences now called